Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment of our show brought to you by Benedict Construction. You live in your home, you sleep in your home, you eat in your home, you spend holidays in your home, snow days, summer days, you're always in your home. So shouldn't your home be your dream home? Shouldn't it be perfect? Shouldn't you have the home that you've always wanted? You can, and you can do it at an affordable price. Make it so with the custom remodel specialist. Nobody does better custom remodel work in this town than Benedict Construction. Check out their website, call Dan Benedict this week to learn more. All right, I want to remind you that recruiting news is coming up next. Then we got some more basketball. Then we're going to talk a little bit about Dave Hart, Josh Dobbs, John Gruden, Peyton Manning. We got a lot of stuff to come. But over at the Benedict Construction Big Board, I've got what I believe will be the Vols 2017 coaching staff. And folks I've talked to, and some of this stuff is just out there. I think everybody agrees on some of these things. But I'm going to go out on a limb here, and we color-coded these. Now, I now see on television that you can't tell what's color-coded, but I'll try and go through it. I feel comfortable about the things in red, which would be Larry Scott as your new offensive coordinator. I think most of us believe that's where they're going. They had already started working him into that role at midseason. So I think Larry Scott's going to be your offensive coordinator. Robert Gillespie stays put as running back coach. Zach Ghazzani, your wide receiver coach, though I do wonder what he thinks as pass game coordinator. What does he think about kind of being jumped over if that happens? I think your quarterback coach, even though he's been an offensive coordinator in the past, I think it's going to be Mike Canales. Was at North Texas last year as the interim coach. Butch Jones is a fan of this guy. He's worked with Larry Scott. They've interviewed other people. They've interviewed, I think, 3 other people. But my guess is they go where they know, and that would be Mike Canales. We'll see.
I think he's at Utah State now, actually.
Was this past year? I'm sorry, this year. And I meant past year. We're already to the past year being another year. I meant 2 years ago when they beat North Texas here. You're correct. Utah State, a team that went 3-9, I believe, this year. Walt Wells, now that's in green because I don't feel comfortable about that. You talk to a lot of people at UT, and a lot of people think he's over there. They think that if Mahoney moves, if they make a move on Mahoney, and Mahoney isn't exactly being handed the top recruiting list right now. If they make a move, they'll probably promote Wells from within. But the question is, I wonder, after Mahoney's been with Butch Jones for so long, does Jones look at it and say, you know what the problem was? It wasn't the O-line last year. It was our strength and conditioning, and give Mahoney a second chance. But I think the fact that he's not exactly being given the cream of the crop on the recruiting list, that may be a signal. If they go outside, I don't think they're going to go outside. I think they'll just promote from within. Bob Shoop, your defensive coordinator, obviously. I've talked to people both sides of this thing, but the feeling is that Steve Stripling's probably going to either retire or move to an off-field role. And folks I've talked to, they think that nobody's talking about it because it's such a done deal, and that's Brady Hoke, the former Michigan coach, as your defensive line coach. I put it down there. We'll see. Could be wrong on that one. But from the folks I've talked to, they're a lot. It's almost too quiet is the way to describe it, all right? Tommy Thigpen back as linebackers coach. Defensive backs. Willie Martinez is a guy who's supposedly looking around. Terry Fair is a name that everyone's going to want because he played at Tennessee. George Barlow, he's at North Carolina State. He coached under Bob Shoop at Vanderbilt. To me, you go get one of Shoop's guys. So I think Barlow may be your defensive back coach. Rock Gullickson, he's in black because he's already been hired. No guesswork there, announced this week. And in green over there, I don't know if they're going to go get him, but in case you missed it, former Patriot, Bronco, Dolphin, Ram, Wes Welker was in town this week meeting with Butch Jones about a possible quality control coach. And from my view, if you can go get Wes Welker, you go get him. Just my thoughts. Anybody have huge disagreements?
I don't have huge disagreements. I kind of think Mahoney's going to get a second chance. Not because of what anybody's told me, or fourth chance, what he will, but I think the offensive line improved enough during the season. You've got Trey Smith coming in. A lot of people think he's going to start from day one. I think he'll probably get another shot. Okay, in my opinion.
Any other thoughts? Any other directions? I mean, so, look, I'm throwing a dart at the board here in terms of who I've talked to and what I think is going to happen. So these are not lock it down, take it to the bank. So don't feel like you have to go there with an ironclad decision. Is there anything where you disagree or anything where you say, well, here's a name I would put in there?
Brady Hoke is interesting to me. I don't know what he's doing right now, just with his resume, would a position coach at a SEC school
has been at Oregon.
What he wants to do.
And the athletic director out there, I believe he's the one that was at Oregon when the athletic director said, we need a new defensive coordinator when they introduced Willie Taggart. and he's still on staff out there, which is kind
Okay, that's where he is. Okay.
Yeah, they had a disastrous season as a defense. As a defensive line coach, I think he could do a really good job.
Thoughts? Anything you want to add?
The thing I feel strongest about is Larry Scott, I do believe, will be the offensive coordinator. Canales intrigues me because I didn't think he would come here unless he were the offensive coordinator. Mm-hmm. And if he doesn't come, then I guess you're looking at Chris Winkie or Kevin O'Connell. One of those two would be the other one. But the premise that Canales is coming in for a second interview makes you think he's got a pretty good shot at being hired here.
And I wonder, he's always coached at smaller schools. So is this his chance? Okay, I'll come be the quarterback coach, but I'm at a bigger school. And I'm working with people I know. Does that make it worth it to him? Because there's another thought that you could split up the OC position, but you've already got a pass game coordinator with Ozani. So, I mean, you have three people. It's like a three-headed monster there. You can be the run game, you can be the pass game, and you're just the overall overseer. Right? That's just that seems far-fetched. All right, when we come back, we're going to talk about recruiting. Then we got a basketball scouting report. Then we got Hart, Dobbs, Gruden, Manning, and an update on a VFL and member of our family who's doing better. Come on back.